Hey, 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 welcome back to Eric Arnold Sports Barn. The Big E, that's me, I'm the Big E, and we had a hell of a weekend. That's basically the point of this whole video. I don't have any picks for you. I'm just taking a little bit of a victory lap. I haven't decided how I'm going to title the video yet. I think I may just title it exactly that, except I'm worried that I'm going to get inundated with angry wrestling fans wanting to see video footage of the wrestler, I think is the champion, the Big E. It's like, who could ever thought of something like this? I've been calling myself the Big E probably before that kid was born, but now he's the Big E, and I don't know, it's like, what shit, am I now obligated to stop being the Big E because he's the Big E? I mean, he is bigger than I am, but I'm older than he is. I'm more experienced and wiser than he is. So I don't know. I haven't decided that one yet. But at any rate, college football, that's the name of the game here in the sports barn. Huge weekend, 27 wins, 14 losses. That puts our overall record, let's put that up here for you, 161. 161 wins, 131 losses. That puts us over the magical 55%. As I've said before, we're trying, 55% will put you, if you can do that consistently, you'll be in the Hall of Fame. You're in the handicap and Hall of Fame. So with our effort here in 2021, at the moment, we're, back to my baseball metaphor. We're Dave Parker, man. And not old broken down Dave Parker either that played for the Reds. I mean, we're the Cobra. We're late 70s, 1979 Dave Parker. We're dominating. We're five tool. We can do it all. So we're kicking ass here in college football. I don't mean to tell you otherwise. And it feels good. Ever since, I've incorporated a money angle. In other words, I'm watching where the money moves early in the week, and I'm kind of using that as a guide rail with the other parts of my model, and that seems to be working. Smart money, to me, bets early in the week. You look at two things. Where is the money going early in the week, and how do the books react to it? If the money's coming down on one team and the books don't react to it, then I play the book. In other words, the bookies, they're smart too. So if they are not intimidated by the money coming in, then what they're telling me is that's not smart money. They know where the smart money is. The bookies know who wins and who loses. You don't think that they have incredibly smart people crunching all those numbers as far as who wins, who loses, as far as their players go? Oh, yeah, they know. So you try to pay attention to other things other than just who can run the ball, who passes best, who's the fastest player. It's a little more than that if you're going to win. So you got to pay attention. So what else? My victory lap's only a quarter away around the track. What else shall we talk about? I saw just a random thought on baseball, just changing gears here in midstream. Everybody's signing left and right now. All the big name free agents are getting signed, all in teams not ours, unless you're a Mets fan. I guess subscriber F is a Mets fan. He's not going to help you, subscriber F. Max Scherzer is not going to help the Mets. They're going to have a rotation of, I guess, DeGrom, Scherzer. Both guys will pitch probably about 120 innings. DeGrom will be lucky to pitch 120 innings. They'll be unhittable when they do pitch, but they'll never make it to the playoffs. I doubt Scherzer will make it that far. He'll probably be, at this age, he's, unless the guy's on something, and that's definitely possible, but he's definitely at the age now where he's just going to start breaking down. So I don't, you want to spend your, evil overlord hedge fund owner has all that money to spend, yeah, sure, knock yourself out. But I don't think it's going to help you guys. But the Phillies, they signed no one. I didn't expect them to. That team's so broken. I don't think signing a few free agents is going to matter. But my thought was this: everybody's worried about this work stoppage, and you don't hear anything about it, and I think that's a good thing. These stories, reporters don't report anymore. They don't get their own information. They don't dig through somebody's trash looking for a story. They just sit at their little laptop computers and wait for their cell phone to ring. That's all that they do anymore. They're just mouthpieces for whatever side wants to put information out. So if the owners are unhappy with the way negotiations are going and think that they can advantage themselves by pressuring the Players Association by putting something out there publicly that the players are being a dick or something like that, well, then they'll leak something to their favorite writer. I'm not sure who that is, but, Ken Rosenthal or Buster Olney or somebody like that. Hey, sources say that negotiations or the sides are way far apart and blah, 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 blah. And the Players Association, same deal. If they want to put something out there. Well, I haven't heard anything. And that, to me, that means that's good. To me, that means there's some kind of communication back and forth between the two sides. And they've agreed, let's not run to the media and negotiate this in the media, which I think is smart. Let's just negotiate this behind closed doors. We've got a much better chance of getting a deal done. So I think that is smart. I think that's what's happening. That, upgrades my thought of them making a deal. The chances, I normally would say it's pretty low because the sides hate each other so much and they're so stupid, basically. They just do things that are not in their best interest. They cut their noses off to spite their faces. But I'm it's not 50%. I still think it's more likely than not there'll be some kind of work stoppage. But it's getting closer to 50% that it's it's a 50-50 deal that it'll be a normal season. Start on time, normal season. It's probably 60-40 against at the moment. That's my thought. What else? So, of course, I guess we got to talk about what happened Saturday, other than I relatively correctly predicted the whole weekend. One of the correct predictions we had was that Michigan was going to play Ohio State tough. And, I said that Ohio State would win just because I can't bring myself to actually say, and I think that would be kind of dumb considering Michigan hasn't beaten Ohio State in a meaningful game since 2003. Well, it was 2003? Yeah, I think it was 2003. So that's a long, long, long time ago. And, it finally came to pass. I mean, kudos to Michigan. I mean, they clearly wanted it more. That team played hard for 60 minutes. I'll tell myself that the Buckeyes have another gear and they just didn't go and reach it. I don't know. Michigan might just be the better team this year. They definitely controlled the lines of scrimmage. Our offensive tackles were cheating like hell, trying to keep up with their D-line, and we must have jumped off sides 100 times. Kudos to the Michigan fans because that place was loud. I mean, they created some of those 5-yard offside penalties we kept getting, and that hurt us bad. They controlled the line of scrimmage. That's the biggest deal there. I was worried. I said that if their edge rushers can get around the corner, I have not seen Stroud make plays with his legs. He made one play late in the game. We were behind, pretty far behind. I don't think it would have made a difference. He scored. He made a big play. He scored a touchdown, but was called back. what frankly was a questionable holding call, but at that point it really didn't matter. It, good for you, Michigan. 20 years, long time. Hopefully this isn't going to be the start of a trend. I was worried that this would happen when we kicked Urban out of town. I thought, well, there goes our elite status after, Brian Day has no pedigree whatsoever, and he's now the head dude. This is going to hurt us soon rather than later. And, what did it take, 3 years? So now we're off the elite pedestal. And I don't know if Ryan Day can get us back up on that elite pedestal, frankly. I've got severe doubts about that. Just because you took over an elite program from an elite coach, and Urban Meyer is an elite college coach. Jury's still out on his abilities as a pro coach. But just because you took over an elite program doesn't mean it's going to stay elite, Ryan Day. So, a little concerned about that. Going forward here, you could have chaos here now, really. I mean, I guess your top four are Michigan, Cincinnati. Oh, I'm sorry, Georgia. I have Georgia on a separate line. They're so far ahead, I forgot to mention them. Georgia, Michigan, Cincinnati, Alabama. Those are your four. So I guess if chalk holds and all the favorites win, Michigan, they got to be an 8 to 10 point favorite over Iowa. Cincinnati, they got to be about a 10-point favorite over Houston. But Alabama will be a big underdog against Georgia. So if chalk holds, you'll have Georgia, Michigan, Cincinnati, and then probably, it'll be Oklahoma State. If they win over Baylor, they'll be the fourth team. If they lose, I guess it'll be Notre Dame. Notre Dame has one loss and their season's over, so they will not lose again. But I think it's possible that some of those favorites are going to lose too. I think there's a decent chance that Iowa beats Michigan. I think there's a decent chance Houston beats Cincinnati. The real question is what happens if Alabama loses close and they have two losses, and let's say they lose in overtime to Georgia. I mean, to me, that's not a question. You're not putting them in over, say, a one-loss Oklahoma State Big 12 champion. That's just not right. Wrong, that's just wrong. You're going to put them in over a one-loss Notre Dame. I think that's wrong. So, but it could happen, that could happen where that scenario plays out, and we'll see what happens, how the committee comes down on that. But we'll see. Like I said, I would a two-loss non-champion team. I don't think Ohio State belongs in there. We got two losses. We're not a champion. We're not that good. I mean, we're just not that good. Our defense is clearly not very good. We can score all kind of points, but that's great and all, but we can't stop anybody. Alabama, they should have lost to Auburn. If Auburn had a half-decent coach, they would have lost. The kid runs out of bounds, bad coaching. That's bad coaching. So I think Alabama, for the most part, just got lucky there. But we'll see. Maybe Georgia will just make this academic and just run over Alabama, and that'll be that. But if Alabama wins, they're in. So go ahead, Alabama. Just make this no discussion at all and just beat Georgia, and then make me eat my words, and you'll be in. I don't know. I haven't handicapped the card yet. I don't know how I'm going to play those games yet, which way I'm thinking of going with these. I know this. It's December, and you look for underdogs in December. Expect the unexpected in December. So I'll leave you with that. That's all I got here in my victory lap. I'll say this. We're going to have a Politics Barn video sooner rather than later. maybe as early as tomorrow. One of my subscribers, Mr. Hall, posted a lengthy post on the Rittenhouse video, and I wanted to take, he took the time to write the post, so I wanted to take the time to respond. So we're going to try to do that within the next day or two. And then, of course, we'll have the big weekend for you as far as the championship games and what have you, because I know you want to play those. And we're winning. So 55%, you need to know what I'm thinking, right? So we'll do that. And then I guess we'll slowly transition into college basketball. I said the word NBA, and that made Colonel Peter C. nervous, and I don't want to do that. So he's right. I don't like the NBA, especially a regular season NBA, which is frankly to me unwatchable. So I guess I don't know why I even said those letters, NBA. We'll definitely, I think, do college basketball instead of the National Basketball Association. And hell, that just takes us back around to baseball, where hopefully, like I said, they won't cut their noses off to spite their faces. Cross your fingers. Good, great, thanks. Hey, hit the like button. We're hitting 55%. We won in baseball. We're winning in college football. What in the hell are you people waiting for? Why are you not subscribed to this channel? I cannot figure this one out. What are you waiting for? So, just saying, it's a button right there that says subscribe. And you click on it, and then all kinds of great things happen, allegedly. That's what YouTube says. Do this. I'm telling you, do this. I'll see you later.